Hey everyone. So I'm hearing a lot about failure lately from people, and I just wanted to jump on here really quick and talk about kind of what that means and why it is so hard to. Something's happened with my computer. I hope this. Yeah, this we're still live. Why it's so hard to change and learn new things, and how you can really feel like you've tried so many times to do something, and then you don't get it right, and then you're like, oh, I can never get anything. I can never follow through with anything. I remember when I first started therapy many years ago, one of the first things I said to my therapist was, I'm the kind of person who never finishes anything. I never accomplish anything. I never follow through with anything. And she looked at me like I was crazy, but I really felt that way. I really felt like I've tried so many times to improve myself, and I've read so many books, and I've tried to do all these different things. And I just always fall back into the same old patterns and habits and ways of thinking that don't really work for me. And so I just felt like I couldn't make any progress. But things really started to change for me when I learned something really important and really remembered it and, put it into place in my life. And that is, we as humans do not learn through big bursts of activity. We don't learn like reading a book, getting some new concepts, and our life changes as a result of that. That's not how our brains change. And specifically when it comes to the work of like personal development and like improving your life and changing like old ways of thinking and old habits, you have to reprogram it. There's like a process of reprogramming until you really feel like this stuff is real for you and that you really believe it, the new ways of thinking. And so it was such a game changer for me when I started to incorporate this self-improvement work on a daily basis, because my pattern up until that point would be like to read a book and be like, whoa, mind-blowing, right? Crazy stuff. This is so exciting. I understand all these new ways of thinking. But then you just slide back into the old patterns so easily. And, it's helpful to think about those grooves in your brain, right? Like the way you've been doing things for so long have deep grooves. It's easy for you. That feels familiar and comfortable to do it the old way and to think the old way. And so when you're trying to think a new way and have a new set of beliefs that are going to change your life, you need to practice it every day until you get new grooves in your brain for that, deep grooves that feel comfortable and familiar and easy to you. And I have to say that I can really look back over the course of my personal development and see how just spending a few minutes each day kind of bringing myself back to what I want to focus on, writing things down when I have like epiphanies and things that I want to change, and reviewing that, saying affirmations to myself. These are all the ways that you're reprogramming your mind and really like being able to think and do things differently. And so when I talk about affirmations and tapping and, journaling and all of these things that I do on a daily basis, it's because I know that it works. I know that this is the way to self-improvement. You don't just decide that you want things to be different and then they are. You have to do this little bit of daily work every single day to reprogram those old beliefs and thoughts and develop a new way for your brain to function, a new pattern for yourself, right? So I guess my biggest recommendation is just to find some way to incorporate, decide what you want to change. If you've read a book or you've come to a realization about yourself that you want to do something differently, write it down and just read over it every day, or write down a set of goals that you have for yourself and read over that every day, or rewrite it every day. Just do something every day to keep yourself focused on the new way of thinking. And that's why I love my affirmations, because they really do work. I'll have an affirmation that I'm working with, and I'll use it every day for a while until it really starts to become true for me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got that one. And then I'll move on to a different one. So if that's something that you're interested in, sign up for my mailing list. You can go to my website, foodandbodylove.com, and on the homepage, sign up to receive my daily affirmations. They're totally free, and it just comes to your email every weekday. And I find that to be very helpful. People really love those. But just find some way to do the daily work, even if you only have like 3 minutes every morning to like read over your goals or say a couple affirmations or meditate for a few minutes on something that you want to change about yourself. But just find a way to do it consistently in little bits every day. And that is the way you really change your brain, and you really change the way you think, and you really make real sustainable improvement. So that's also the kind of the basis of my coaching program, is that we're not having these like huge, long, marathon sessions where we're digging into all this stuff. It's like little bits of consistent work on a sustained long-term basis. And that is how deep change happens. And it's exciting to see it working so well for so many people, and to know that that's how I've improve my life so effectively. So I hope that is helpful for you today. If you need anything, you can find me at foodandbodylove.com or Teddy at teddyhicks.com. Thank you. Bye.